Like a firm breeze, COVID-19 shows us how we all really are. Our house of cards. Listen to our world right now. The fighting, name-calling,
I don't know what I said.
closing down, collapsing. Even basic answers to simple questions from a scientist or doctor seems just confusing. Confusion. It's everywhere.
But general mask wearing probably won't help because what's needed is
The pill, and it's been for malaria, lupus, and other things. It's safe.
There is a stigma to this disease, and there's no testing anyway.
And if they're not going to listen, we're going to scream louder and louder, and we're not going to stop until something is done.
Now the homeowner in the video, the man holding the rifle, is talking about what happened.
So many people have experienced injustices within our system.
As night fell, America unravelled before our eyes. A block from the White House, buildings burn.
Anything we see on Facebook is deleted.
We're carrying in our homes for 0.5% of the population.
But I am here to tell you there is an answer. It's hard to believe, because it's a secret weapon. If you want me to, I can show you how to use it. The secret weapon, which stops all this.
The ability to do what I want, when I want, how I want.
This is their new hoax.
They're the people who are trying to take down our freedoms and destroy our country. This is sick, and I will not be muzzled like a mad dog.
But first, let me tell you one thing. I'm pissed. Why? Well, why should I need to be the one who has to tell you? I'm a 16-year-old. Why isn't it taught at school, like the very first day? It's not because we like to be confused. We humans hate confusion. Because when we get confused, we get angry or sad. We don't listen to each other, and we stop learning. Something like this happened to me. I had this part-time job after school, and my boss would yell at me whenever I made a mistake, scream right in my face. Even when he made the same mistake himself, he'd just scream. Later that night, trying to sleep, the next weekend, even now, it would eat at me. All I could think about was how he made me feel. Small and confused. But I did the right thing. I stuck it out. After all, it was all my fault, right? So let's start here with my yelly boss, because really sad, really true, one day you will have the exact same yelly boss.
Do you have any idea how long that house needs to fester in the fridge before it gets fucking mold?
A very long.
How many fucking scoops do you need to take?
But first, a disclaimer.
The secret weapon will make you see clearer and more able to move through the world with any person on earth able to solve, heal and grow. It will act like magic to make all those around you thrive. Goodbye judgment and conflict, goodbye confusion. The secret weapon pledge, end of disclaimer.
So now, here it is, the secret weapon, and how to use it. It's fortunately as easy as 1, 2, 3. The secret weapon teaches us there are 3 ways we humans deal with each other, especially when we don't see eye to eye. You probably can tell what the first way is. Number 1 is anger. Throughout history and the whole world over, to be angry with each other is taught more than caring. My old yelly boss uses number 1 anger.
wow. I don't think that phone's gonna work anymore.
I remember how he somehow turned everything around him into a fight. Even his best friends became the enemy. He talked to lawyers a lot. He didn't fix a problem. He just wanted to lay blame, then punish. He made me want to be quiet and fearful. Number 1 anger says to the world, look how wrong you are. You are so lucky I put up with you. Deep down it says, shut up. This is all about me. Now for number 2. Number 2, withdraw, will make a whole lot of sense to you or none at all. For me, it's a complete cinch because it's me. It's how I deal with people my whole life. That's how I roll. Let me explain. Let's say I had number 2 withdraw boss instead of number 1 angry boss. So now when I make a mistake, number 2 boss doesn't yell. Instead, he uses silence and other hidden tricks. Have you ever heard of passive-aggressive? Well, that's exactly what this is. He may even act like everything is okay, but again, he doesn't try to fix the problem. Instead, he makes me feel like something has changed between us. And I feel this sense of shame somehow. In the end, I feel locked out, unworthy, and confused. Number 2, withdraw, says to the world, how could you have done this to me? And you will need to work so hard because of the way you have treated me. Just like number 1, number 2, withdraw is really saying, this is all about me. Now, number 3. Number 3 is the beating heart of our secret weapon, and it's the greatest gift of all. So, here it is. Number 3. Number 3 empathy boss doesn't need to punish or blame. They fix things. To do this, they use open communication, which means, well, it means they know how to really listen. Learning to talk in our world is really important. No doubt about it. That's why schools were invented. But being able to talk is almost as important as being able to listen. Right now, it's especially overrated. Let's face it, social media is just us all talking at once. So number 3, empathy, does take a little practice. But if you practice listening, really putting yourself in another person's shoes, like really deeply, then your life will open up in ways unimaginable. Because the secret weapon shows you that mistakes are a natural, healthy part of life, and learning from them is how everyone grows. Blame has nothing to do with healthy learning. So my new number 3 empathy boss will ask me what happened, doesn't even call it a mistake, it's just an issue we need to fix. Then we work out how, together, we can improve our workplace so it won't happen again. This all builds trust, and I feel listened to. And because of this, our work flourishes. Of course it does, along with my loyalty, my dedication, and my adoration. Because that's what true leaders do. They save huge amounts of time and money. That's the secret weapon part of it. Number 1 and number 2 boss, using their anger and their blame, will guarantee we all make the same mistakes again. Remember that. Number 1 and number 2 make the same mistakes over and over and over. Hippie bullshit. Yes, what a load of hippie, I hear you scream. Like, of course, my yelly boss should be cuddly the next time somebody causes thousands of dollars of damage from a stupid mistake. Yeah, right. They probably didn't even hire them and they were always late anyway. Why waste the effort? And what a fool I must be to think that acting without anger is even possible. Yelly bosses need to yell, right? The world needs guns. Of course. Truth is, people think they will get rich by yelling and being angry, but really, they will always be very, very poor. Because when you use conflict and anger, you attract those things, and there you will sit. No matter how big the door is, inside it is you and your house of cards. But at the very least, you will know something I so wish I knew all those years ago. I can see clearly now which boss I need to follow. And the secret weapon has taught me how to respond better to the next yelly boss and how they will make me feel. Even better, number 3 empathy shows this boss how to become a better listener. So they can solve issues, not judge or blame. The amazing power of the secret weapon is it spreads like a virus too. Being happy and listening is so much easier than anger. We all know this. What I would have done to have this amazing knowledge back then, my secret weapon.